Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you miss any of my most awesome videos. In front of us we have the Sony ICF-38 and we're performing an evening medium wave band scan. Current time is 9:58 p.m. Central Standard Time near Chicago, Illinois. I'll be using the C-Crane CC Skywave as my frequency checker. So let's go over the features of the Sony, do a little size comparison, and cruise the evening band. So the Sony on the left-hand side, we have nothing, just some smooth plastic here. On the front, we have our speaker grill in plastic with a 4-inch speaker behind there. Sony's name embellished into the plastic. Nice touch. Over here, we have a tuning indicator light, FM AM 2-band radio, ICF-38. We have two scales, FM and AM. Our FM is 88 to 108, and our AM is 530 to 1700. And it has nice little log scales above there and a high visibility dial indicator. Below that, we have our FM and AM band select switch. Right hand side of the radio, we have a tuning wheel, a high-low tone control, which I'll use periodically, and a volume wheel. Below that, we have our earphone jack. Top of the radio, we have the power switch on and off. I love that. Simplicity is good. We have the antenna here, which looks like it pivots 360 degrees. And then we have a built-in handle that, when collapsed, sits flush with the radio. That is a nice design. Some radio companies have gotten away from that. I wish they'd go back to that. The Sony 506 is a nice example too, where it folds flush, and the same as the C-Crane EP Pro. All right, and on the back of the radio, we have a little vented case, little information there. This runs on AC or 4 AA batteries. The cord is built in. It's behind this door here. I'm going to leave that closed because sometimes it's hard to open up. And then you can see the circuit board through that vented area. There you go. So let's get started here. Oh yeah, size comparison. Let's not forget that. I did have the CC Skywave out. We'll just kind of lay that up on the radio so you get a general idea for how big these radios are. There you go. And then we'll bring out the CC Pocket, which is an awesome little dude. There we go. Give you an idea for size. Yeah, this Sony, it's a beast, but you know, it has the room-filling audio and it sounds good. Definitely. And of course, we have a deck of cards. Look at the Iron Man. There he is. The master plan. Okay. All right, let's turn this radio on and cruise the band. Starting at the bottom.
Phone number's there for you to make out with us as well. At 888 ESPN 8887.
So right here, right at the bottom of the band, we have CHLO, Brampton, Ontario, 441 miles, 250 watts. Now, I can barely make him out, but I can tell he's speaking Hindi. And we're going to go ahead and bring this loop out, my selected. We're going to see if we can't get a better gain on this.
जी हाँ, ये भी न्यूज़ 11 मेरे यानी पंकज के साथ रेडियो 10 कदम 5:30 AM पर।
There you go, nice. Now it was getting better as I was sitting there. Very good. All right.
Tonight. Oh, wait, there's more. We mentioned about Michael Thomas. Right now, for my money, I don't think anybody will deny this. The best wide receiver in the National Football League.
High, low tone.
Tonight, he had 11
I'm going to leave it on low unless I need high. This is WAUK, 540, Jackson, Wisconsin. 70 miles away, 400 watts.
That broke a tie with Andre Johnson of Houston Texans and Wes. Not one, not 3 records being set in this game tonight involving Drew Brees and his records, another record he set, and also Mike Thomas. But
spent 5 years. about making money from home without having to leave
I was
home?
trying to find 550, which wasn't too hard. KTRS, St. Louis, Missouri, 275 miles, 5,000 watts.
The facts now. GoHereNext.com.
Daria Albany, ABC News. I'm Jill Enders, and these are this hour's KTRS News Brief.
Yeah, you got the call letters. Yeah, rarely get those.
Crashes in Missouri. We get more from
Good years left, and a guy that can move that pocket. And a guy that's actually played well at this level, you know, taking Minnesota to the playoffs.
So we have Monday Night Football. Depending on when this video airs, it could be football season might be over. But here we go. This is 560 WIND Chicago, I believe.
And they'll keep the clock ticking down to 2:15. We'll go to the 2-minute warning. Stay up to date with Westwood One Sports by following us on Twitter at Westwood One Sports. That's Westwood, the number one in sports. You'll also find a link to our Twitter page and much more at WestwoodOneSports.com. We are at the 2-minute warning. Record setting night for Drew Brees. He now has 5
And now, FM News 4.9.
independent thought, independent life.
Just missed the call letters. I think this is 570, but we'll keep going.
Learning ways to save more and spend less. And don't let anyone ever rip you off. Mark.com is our main.
Okay, this is, I gotta watch the music. Jeez. 620 WTMJ, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 52 miles away, 10,000 watts at night. No big deal, but very directional.
Hey, coming up later, there's some really important deals for you to know about in buying a
Okay, we're getting 2 stations mixing CFCO, Chatham, Ontario, 310 miles, that's the music. And then we're getting KYFI, St. Louis, on 630, which is a religious station.
Kevin, that's junk. You get end up in jail for taking junk.
No, the guard already told us that.
So there's towards Chatham, and this is towards St. Louis.
Apologize to them before we go and tell them that again.
640 WMFN, Peatone, Illinois, with Hispanic music 75 miles away, 1,600 watts at night. Okay, this country music here is, of course, WSM 650, Nashville, Tennessee, 434 miles. Yeah.
The 49ers and Clemson. Sure, you love NFL history. Victory for quarterback position. I mean, you just embrace that. Obviously, you played at a Hall of Fame level, but I mean, you're in.
Okay, we're getting a little bit of interference from 650, a little bit from 670. This is actually 660 WFAN, New York, New York. 750 miles doing the evening football game too, Monday Night Football.
Drew Brees and honoring him and what he's done. I don't know if there's another quarterback that captures your interest, your emotion, than the compelling play of Drew Brees. Yeah, I don't know if there is one. Than the compelling play of Drew Brees. Yeah, I don't know if there is one that I've appreciated.
Simulcasted, you can tell that New York had a little bit of a head start in Chicago. This is 670 to score, WSCR, Chicago.
The technique that he uses to
right next to it.
The balance by which he throws, the compact motion that he has, which all leads to accuracy, why he's the most accurate quarterback in the game. But then it's the processing. I think that's the thing that I love the most, the ability to what you guys are going to be able to process
defensive backs and
This
where
is,
they're at and
690,
how they
I
turn
believe.
their hips and using your eyes. I mean, all of that stuff Drew Brees is a master at. He may not be the most physically talented quarterback, but when you put all those other things together,
Okay, I'm
you get
getting
what we saw
670
tonight,
still.
record after record, and him placing himself.
Makes sense. The style's pretty accurate.
Because they're the biggest producers of goods and services. And so the surest sign that you're a poor country is that no one's trying to serve your needs. The fact that people
This should be
around the world
WLW.
line up fighting to enter the American market isn't a sign of us being ripped off. It's a sign that America
700, Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles.
So productive and successful relative to everyone else. Everyone wants to sell them.
Well, you talk about they're both wrong, and you talk.
I just had a quick question. I currently own my own
312-981-7200. We'd love to hear
for
from
about
you.
9 years. And I'm also in school right now. Trying to finish up my career.
So we have a very strong station next to 710 and a very strong station under it and above it. So yeah, it's this is WOR, New York, New York. Quite sweet to find this in here. But the next station up is WGN Chicago, which is really close to me. And you guys know WGN 720 can be heard all over the place.
Or if you say go for it. I make good money playing.
Not bad.
Kind of back and forth.
Hope that's going to win the whole thing. The best film of all time. And a lot of the poll numbers suggest the same. Here we go. Scott Goldstein, Chicago comedian, improviser.
720 WGN.
On tour. He's got hoop dreams. Good to see you, buddy.
Good to see you, too. It's just a couple of movies about kids from Chicago getting ready to go.
You almost knocked me down. Oh, but it wasn't your fault. No, I was in the way. But you looked at me.
Okay, this is 740 CFZM, Toronto, Ontario, Zoomer Radio, 460 miles. Fading away a little bit.
Speaking to this Australian guy, and that led to the whole thing. And I hope you never thought I was being insulted.
And all I could think about is,
You are. What are you, 28? Or 28 at the time? I don't know.
Okay, this here is WSB Atlanta, Georgia on 750, 630 miles.
My job, that's what I do. I didn't know you, and I'm like, okay, none of this makes any sense, but they're saying that, but now we have evidence that appears that using GPS, I thought this was a great catch by Union Boy in New York. And like Wallace, who did the interview for braced him on that one and did kind of bludgeon him.
Okay, so 760 WJR, Detroit, Michigan, 270 miles. Selectivity is a little tough with these strong stations nearby, but yeah, during the day this thing was shining. It was amazing. But yeah, I'm getting a little bit bleed over from 780 here. Let's see if we can get up to 770.
I think he really succeeded in that.
Another major defender of the Russiagate allegations from 2017 is the chairman of the House Intelligence.
Okay, excuse me, this is 770 WABC, New York, New York. 750 miles. I think I skipped 760.
President. However, on Fox television, I believe I quoted him correctly by saying he was unaware of the revelation of bad practices, mistakes, and deceptions and errors.
trust the New York Police Department. Had the New York Police
There's 760 WJR, Detroit. Okay.
to Yale, a real genius. Yale, you hear this? I wonder when those 13-year-olds will be given a $79 and get a 200-piece Cobalt household tool set.
And here's 780 WBBM, causing all that trouble on 770.
For great deals on tools like these and more, stop in today.
That's why those digital receivers are nice. You can really fine-tune them down to that 1 kHz stepping and really get that selectivity, but still a fun radio. I love tuning this radio.
Dell's holiday sales are the perfect time to say hello to 2020 and a Windows 10 upgrade. Save big on their latest business computers.
My counsel with us today on the program was talking about the recent food, 100 plus Dr. Leonard B. White.
See where I'm at here. I think it's 810. Hard to tell with the fading.
Fly a balance of nature's fruits and veggies. Call 800-2468-751 or go to balanceofnature.com and use discount code FLOWERS.
Attention investors, sick of market ups and downs, not earning cash flow of 18 to 21%.
Okay, this is 820. This is WBAP, Fort Worth, Texas, 810 miles. Yeah, before it was 810, which was WGY, Albany, New York, 740 miles.
Apartment buildings, grew back by $750 million of high-quality new construction.
Mike Zimmer talked about Dalvin Cook, short and sweet, when he met the media.
WCCO, Minneapolis, Minnesota, 310 miles.
In Eagan today. Let's talk a little MLB. Twins free agency. Madison Bumgarner off the table.
And in some ways, I wanted to capture some of that in sound. And so I'm a big fan of Negative Land, which is
840 WHAS, Louisville, Kentucky.
Basically puts together what I would say is the same type of thing you do visually.
He was up on him. McGovern's probably checking to make sure that either he's behind or he's not too far ahead, because then you get the penalty. And he looks by, he's like, oh gosh, and he's like, it's a funny moment to watch him kind of like, oh, I gotta run faster.
I think the other thing about that is the Elijah. I want to give some
850 KOA, Denver, Colorado, 890 miles. Probably one of the farthest we'll reach tonight.
Elijah's going forward, he's good, and that's the thing.
Nice and
He's
clear.
really more run blocker than pass guy, and when he's going forward, he's good.
Directly west from me.
And it wasn't the only play he did that. He was pulling. He was pulling on a run play where he was out in front, sealed off, made a great block as well. A couple of those. So attaboys to where they belong. Elijah was.
Merci. Il disait, ça se peut pas, parce que je me levais pas le matin en disant que je vais faire chier du monde. Personne fait ça. Il y en a, il y a narcissiste.
I know there's some snowstorms going on around. Not sure where they're hitting, though. They're hitting definitely northeast. This is CJBC, Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles, French speaking.
Virtuel, évidemment, mais...
Port of South Louisiana, largest tonnage port in the Western Hemisphere. The Toyota Locker Room Show is also brought to you by these local sponsors. Your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places. Cintas, ready for the workday. BASF, we create chemistry. Visit
WWL, New Orleans, Louisiana, 865 miles.
a banking tradition since 1910. Go Auto Insurance with new lowered rates throughout Louisiana. Call today and see how much you can save.
The attack, which is directed specifically against Jews, is really attacking all Jews, and we feel that pain together. And we feel
This should be WCBS, New York, New York, 750 miles.
all Americans.
Family, friends, city and state leaders, and of course, law enforcement have been here throughout the wake. I've seen people walk out of the funeral home in tears, many sharing hugs as they remember a detective known for getting guns off the streets. Detective Seals is survived by his wife and 5 children. A funeral for Seals is set.
The New York City Medical Examiner says
Democrats have been the first trust of the media since 1997. Because the media are doing their dirty work.
Trying to tune it in. This is 890. It should be easy to tune in. WLS, Chicago. But 880 was coming in so strong, it was like pushing over WLS. That's pretty funny.
Attention to the difference between fact and opinion. They wrote of equal importance with reportorial accuracy.
Streets were lined with green, peaceful trees. Businessmen sat in their quiet offices, taping their voices, watching televisions. Rockets hovered like heartbeats in the blue sky.
You can hear some classic radio barely there on CHML 900, Hamilton, Ontario, 430 miles. Pretty cool.
Trouble again. There were no traitors among them, no unhappy ones,
There we go.
no disgruntled ones. The world was upon stable ground. Sunlight illumined the suburbs, and the town drowsed on a tide of warm, sunlit air. On the lawns, the children played, catapulting this way and that across the green grass, shouting at each other, holding hands, flying in circles, climbing trees, and laughing.
The magic of radio. Yeah. Never know what you're going to get. Cool. Sort of, I mean. Awesome. Okay, I'm going to cruise pretty quick here.
Geico Insurance Agency could help keep your personal...
Canada Revenue.
If you can manage...
The reason behind this call is that there is a case, a lawsuit that is getting your name, will issue an arrest warrant and get you arrested.
So selectivity a little bit tougher here. This is 990 CBW, Winnipeg, Manitoba. 675 miles.
The telecom regulator, the CRTC, is trying to stop. It's giving telecom providers until September of next year to implement new technology to combat those scam calls. My next guest says she stopped picking up the phone because she no longer trusts.
Field of Dreams. And I try to watch both of those because they're my favorite movies.
There's a local station, 1000 ESPN WMVP, Chicago.
I mean, that's a different league, Dave.
Like, why can't you just say they're your two favorite movies? Why do you have to tell us that you try to watch them once a month?
No, that's a good point, Chris. Chris, thank you for bringing that up.
Ripping off his helmet. He's been given the football. He is hugging his coach, Sean Payton.
1020 KDKA, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, 450 miles.
The fans waving, twirling the white towel.
Ian, if someone gets it, I want to hear from you. It has become a problem. I think that this group in California, again, this is put out by done by the Daily Wire. 18 of the 31 people didn't know or botched the pledge. That's a lot. That's a high percentage. A lot of times you see these things on...
It's 1030, WBZ, Boston, Massachusetts, 880 miles.
People to find the three people who didn't know it. No, this was 18 of 31. So let's go to Andrew in Middleton. There goes my mouse. Hello.
As help, we have gone to Houston, Texas to...
It's WHO, 1040, Des Moines, Iowa. This is 280 miles away.
This billboard, and it was advertising a stop smoking clinic. He knew it.
Go to New Orleans on this free agent circuit. Saban went to the doctors of the Dolphins and said, "What do you think?" And they said the shoulder, which was injured the year before.
North on 95. Things are looking good again due to that
Traffic.
speed and visibility.
I think the traffic report here is 1060.
Is pretty much the story for this evening. Now, we do have problems out of Montgomery County. It's an accident northbound to Town Street, right at Freely. That's in the process of being cleared out of the way. Ready out to the Streetel Express.
Yeah, we're picking up some music underneath there. So KYW 1060, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 700 miles.
Construction work. Same goes for the Pennsylvania Turnpike. Never not seen any problems out on
And you mentioned Pennsylvania Turnpike. Cool.
Passyunk Avenue near 63rd. Fire department activity. You're able to get past it. Just
20, because I think the Indians are digging in.
WTAM, Cleveland, Ohio, 345 miles.
And I think at this stage, given that they have 2 more years of control, they are saying we have the leverage.
Where he gets to go throughout the rest of his...
Probably not the word to use.
Station I'm trying to get in between here is 1110 KFAB, Omaha, Nebraska, 405 miles. Just barely picking it up.
Decision. The Dolphins wouldn't sign him. The Saints did. The Saints' winning percentage has been...
Here's KMOX, St. Louis, 1120. St. Louis, Missouri, 275 miles.
Don't trust the doctors. I don't know what you do. Well, the moral of the story is Drew Brees is pretty good.
What kind of stuff are you guys, what kind of stuff do you have in the hopper, I guess? I imagine, on the journalism side, oftentimes we have kind of a 2020 coverage plan. I'm sure you have something similar at Shop Studios. What kind of stuff are we going to keep about?
You know, over the last 3 years...
So I just lately been getting this in again. This is WBBR. This is New York, Bloomberg Radio, 1130. 750 miles again.
CNN is Manu Raju.
Rhymes with, I don't know. Manu Raju at a news conference today involving Chuck Schumer.
WRVA, Richmond, Virginia, 665 miles.
All those 4 witnesses that you called
call some of the Republicans who was really against ministry from the beginning. We were one day
1160 local.
And we were reading a devotional.
Entry shower, so there's nothing to step over, which potentially can lead to a fall.
WHAM, Rochester, New York, 1180, 545 miles.
Is way less of a burden financially and emotionally.
Cruise up the band slowly here, see what we can pick up. A lot of craziness. Turn the tone low. Let's see if I can go to the 1500 territory.
And when you put all those together, that's when you can really get in.
Four consecutive games. Hey, about the vaping and all that, it's underground. A lot of they whip up the vaping at THC. You know this?
Yeah, let's see where we're at. Maybe 1470. I'm just guessing here.
Factories, whatever. But, and it depends on the place if they want to do a drug test where it's legal in any state or not. And
Okay.
It depends on if somebody gets...
1540. Okay, it jumped up pretty high here. KXEL, Waterloo, Iowa, 210 miles.
Do you know what I'm thinking?
Sure, well, yeah. 40 in the National Football League against a...
Just behind there's WCKY, Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles on 1530.
The AFC playoff race. They weren't taking on any slack team at all. They were taking on...
These have to insure a company.
Look at the top here.
No cargo Andrés Nós Carlos deixou o cargo vago ao ser nomeado presidência do Conselho de Ministros do atual governo. Conceição Amaral estava...
Got some kind of feedback going on. I think this is 1610 CHHA. Let me check it. Yeah, out of Toronto, Ontario, 460 miles. Yeah, they've had this the last few weeks. You can hear like a transformer hum.
Charlotte beat him by 10. And Pitt was a 9-point winner over Northern Illinois. I had Pitt to win Northern Illinois.
Could be 1670.
11, and they lost by 9, so they covered as well. Kent State I went with on the road out at Irvine, and they lost
1660.
They were getting 1.
I have WQLR, Kalamazoo, Michigan, 137 miles, 1,000 watts.
Cover. They won by 11. They were laying 15 to Alcorn.
The music here, I think, might be 1690. Not sure.
Per week.
EDF president.
Yet to determine so much, and I think home field advantage, because there is a lot of balance and a lot of good teams in the NFC, that could be the determining factor.
Here we are, 1700 KBGG, Des Moines, Iowa, 280 miles.
Breeze, but we're going to take a break. 34-7, the final night, historic night for Drew Brees. The Saints win if they go to 11-3. The Colts are out of the playoff race. We'll continue with more of our post-game show from New Orleans. Stations around the country, a chance for a message. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
There we go. Okay, they got a little bit of Hispanic music.
Mail from your roommate.
And KKLF coming through there. Richardson, Texas, 790 miles.
You shut it. I left it wide open.
Okay, let's go ahead and turn this off. Do some final thoughts on the Sony ICF-38 evening medium wave band scan. I did do a band scan like this when I reviewed the radio, but here was definitely more thorough. We did get quite a bit. Lost a little selectivity, but I noticed the Skyway was having issues too, so it's not all about the radio in particular. I think it was the conditions. So yeah, because during the day, this thing was just a beast on selectivity. Amazing. So this evening is great. I mean, we pulled a lot of stations, a lot of distant stations. I mean, KOA was coming in beautifully clear. It's nice to hear that. So definitely was conditions. West and south were coming in great. And east, north, I think they were having storms, like winter storms. So that's probably what was affecting some of our stuff there. But overall, I'm very impressed with this radio. I'll have links below. It's like a $20, $25 radio. It's a worthy pickup for a used radio. If you get a good, nice example like mine, definitely worth the pick. I mean, you'll enjoy every bit of this, especially if you like analog tuning. Very easy to read dial. I mean, this is an age where you just don't get this anymore, and I really enjoy having this radio. And of course, even that high-low tone control is very useful. You heard me using it quite often, so you'll find yourself using it quite often. So there you are, the Sony ICF-38 medium wave band scan. If you guys liked it, big thumbs up. If you're a Sony fanboy or Sony fangirl, hit subscribe, hit the band icon. Radio's on my brain, the bell icon, and get notified of future videos that involve Sony radios, which I have a ton of waiting to be reviewed. Yes, I do. And then, of course, 3, comment below what you think about the Sony ICF-38 on the evening medium wave band down below. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.